Foundations of Rehabilitation Multimedia Project. Timothy J. Donahue, BGS, BS, November 2009, Returning Home. Returning home, assisting disabled American veterans with the grieving process. United States military, 1.4 million active duty members, 820 installations in 39 countries, and 142,000 in Iraq and 31,100 in Afghanistan. Department of Defense plans to increase the size of the Army and Marines to meet the war on terrorism. United States veterans, there are an estimated 23.4 million veterans living in the U.S. today. Veterans of the United States Armed Forces return from conflict visible and invisible scars. Disabled American veterans, for every serviceman and woman who pays the ultimate price, 10 more are severely injured or disabled for the rest of their lives. Today's returning vet. The conflicts of Iraq and Afghanistan have resulted in increased numbers of veterans who have experienced traumatic brain injuries, TBI. The Department of Defense and the Defense and Veterans Brain Injury Center estimate that 22% of all combat casualties from these conflicts are brain injuries, compared to 12% of Vietnam-related combat casualties. The loss of ability starts a grieving process similar to the loss of a loved one. Chronic sorrow, as we all know, the experience of loss occurs for people in many situations. Other than death of a loved one, losses are an integral part of the experience of disability and chronic illness, and in constant to a loss to death where the loss is finite. These losses are ongoing. Penelope Carnegie, RN. The 6 stages of grief. Stage 1, shock and anxiety. The person who becomes disabled following a traumatic injury will experience feelings of shock, powerful reaction, confusion, fear, flooded with disorganized thoughts, highly irritable, anxiety, difficulty breathing, hyperventilation, rapid heart rate, and excessive perspiration. Stage 2, denial. Denial has been reported in a wide spectrum of disabling conditions. Initial protective effort to mobilize energy against the painful realization of one's altered life situation. People who engage in denial selectively accept facts that provide support to their view of these realities. Depression. A response upon realization that the loss of physical ability and the associated imposed functional limitations are permanent. Feelings of hopelessness, despair, low self-esteem, and isolation from others. Stage 4, anger. Internalized anger, guilt, bitterness, self-blame, self-injurious acts. Externalized anger, resentment, rage toward others, blaming others, acts of verbal or physical aggression towards others. Passive-aggressive, masked antagonism, criticizing others, obstructing rehabilitation progress, and manipulation situations. Stage 5, acceptance. Cognitive reconciliation with the existence and permanence of the condition, including future implications. A renewed sense of positive self-concept, reappraising values, and gradually adopting new ones. Stage 6, adjustment. The light bulb moment when the disability is fully accepted, an evolving process rather than a permanent state, characterized by seeking out assistive devices to regain mobility, participating in job skills training, and potentially returning to school to select a new career path. Rehabilitation following a disability is now limited to physical therapy. Holistic rehabilitation includes dealing with loss and grief with the assistance of a rehabilitation counselor. Individual counseling. Some essential goals of individual counseling sessions are 1. Exploration of the personal meaning of the disability. 2. Acceptance of an altered body image. And 3. Integration of condition in one's self-concept. Coping skills training. Goals of coping skills training. 1. Teaching personal and interpersonal coping skills. 2. Identification of and mastering the negative impact of irrational beliefs. And 3. Gradually rebuilding self-image. Supportive groups and family treatment. Examples of groups. 1. Family support groups. 2. Relaxation techniques training. And 3. Social and assertive skills training. A good rehabilitation counselor is able to recognize the different stages of grief and assist with the transition between each stage. At home, a changed man. The scar will always be there, a living reminder of that war. But it has also become something beautiful now, something of faith and hope and love. I have been given the opportunity to move through the dark night of the soul to a new shore, to gain an understanding, a knowledge, and an entirely different vision. I now believe I have suffered for a reason, and in many ways I have found that the reason is my commitment to peace and nonviolence. My life has been a blessing in disguise, even with the pain and the great difficulty that my physical disability continues to bring. While living in the Vietnam War veteran, author of the memoir, Born on the 4th of July. These are my references.